There is no question, older drivers are among the safest drivers we have on Ohio roads. You are far more likely to be injured by a young driver, say your son or your grandson, than you are your father or your grandfather. The important thing to remember is that as we age, it's not so much that we're causing more crashes, it's that when we're involved in a crash, we're more likely to be injured. The second thing we need to remember is that as we age, when we start to hit the age of about 70, that's when we start to see the rate of older adults being at fault start to rise. The most important part is to just be aware and to be self-assessing.
You don't have to necessarily give up the keys. That is the last recommendation that we come to. We usually want to make some adjustments and some limitations. A lot of older people will automatically limit themselves.
They'll drive less at night, or eventually they may stop driving at night at all. They also do other things like avoiding rush hour or planning their trip ahead. And so that's what makes older adults so safe and so great. As we age, we're more likely to get things like diabetes, heart condition, stroke, dementia. When we do get a medical condition like that, or if you're a caregiver, that's where you really need to engage a medical professional.
I deal with somebody on a one-on-one basis. Ohio State also has a program similar to mine. We all assess folks on an individual basis, so we do a comprehensive assessment of the skills needed to safely operate a motor vehicle. There's three things we need to drive. We need our eyes to work well in that visual system. We need our brain to be able to process what we see and be able to pay attention. And then we need to be able to tell our bodies what to do. So those three things make up driving and how we drive. AARP and AAA both offer courses around the state of Ohio, usually scheduled, that they'll look at defensive driving education to older drivers who want some refreshment about how safely to operate a motor vehicle. The AAA also has an approved course that the state has come up with. They do 4 hours of classroom and then they do time in the vehicle as well. So that provides an insurance discount oftentimes, so people are very inclined to do that. It's wonderful education. There's also options for some adaptations physically too. So there's extra different kind of mirrors we can use. We can pad a steering wheel to make it a little bit easier for somebody with a lot of arthritis. We can look at a technique change to check their blind spots, or even for pedal operation, depending on what their problems might be.
Some people will live their entire life and always drive safely and never have to transition away from driving.
It's a very big transition to have to stop to driving, and we like to call it retirement. So you retire from a job, you retire from driving.
The important thing is to know and to seek advice so that you know what to do to remain safe.
I'm a pretty safe driver. That's good.
We also visited CODA to find out about their programs for seniors.
CODA provides an array of opportunities for seniors here in Central Ohio. So the first opportunity is our reduced fare card for fixed route. And an individual would go downtown to 33 North High Street to our past sales office, show proof of age, 65 and over, and then would receive a card that would be used where they would just swipe it on the fixed route bus. If you are a little nervous about riding the bus, the fixed route bus, that we do offer travel training. So a travel trainer, a trainer that will work with you on where you want to go and what you want to do in terms of public transportation on the fixed route bus, and will take you and do that, physically take you and do that, and ride with you.
All of our buses have a number on them.
An individual could also come to our Mobility Services building and receive eligibility on our Mainstream service, which is a point-to-point service. And there's an application that they would fill out, set up an appointment to see an assessment administrator, and receive an assessment. For CODA Mainstream, there is no age. So it is anybody that is a senior or maybe have a disability that could come and receive eligibility on Mainstream. To use CODA Mainstream, an individual would call our reservations line and schedule their trip 1 to 7 days in advance of when they're looking to take the trip.
You do get trained how to walk up and down the steps. The lift can come down. You can come up with your walker. You can come up with your wheelchair. I mean, it's a lots of opportunity to get out there now and have fun. And don't be stuck in the house.